All right, let's get this show started.
In today's news, Dana White unleashes on boxing. The UFC president recently joined Shannon Sharpe on his show, Club Shay Shay, where he discussed a variety of topics, including fighter pay in the UFC. There, White fired back at critics who claim UFC fighters are underpaid, contrasting the situation with boxing. The UFC boss then continued speaking on the state of professional boxing. The full interview can be viewed on the Club Shay Shay YouTube channel. We've attached a link in today's video description.
There's a narrative from people that don't like the UFC,
Right.
don't like me, or whatever it might be. And these guys don't know what these guys really make. And the other thing is that the money is spread out from the top to the bottom. We have guys who would be considered journeymen in boxing who've made millions of dollars. If you don't like the way that it's run here, there's no barrier to entry. Start your own mixed martial arts organization and you pay the guys whatever you think you want to.
Right.
It's been done by many, many powerful, rich, smart businessmen, and they don't succeed. Most of this narrative is by scumbag reporters who have never built anything in their life. When you look at what boxing did, everybody's like, oh, boxing, every event that they put on, it's a going out of business sale. Let's grab as much money as we can from everybody. We don't care if the event is good. We don't care if the people at home enjoy what they saw. We don't care if the people who came and bought tickets liked it. We just want to grab as much money as we can. Boxing got so up that nobody could actually make a living out of it, and people couldn't, that Saudi Arabia had to take it over. A group of people that have so much money, they don't care whether they make or lose money. That's how up boxing got, that's where that had to go. That's why this guy is making all these fights that he's making right now. Like Tyson Fury versus Usyk, that's a fight that should have happened. It took Turkey to make that fight because they have unlimited funds, and whether they make money or don't,
They don't care.
they don't care.
Cory Sandhagen makes his case for a title shot. Having won his last 3 fights, bantamweight contender Cory Sandhagen is knocking on the door of a title shot. Sandhagen previously fought for an interim championship in 2021, but came up short against Piotr Jan via decision. In a recent interview with Dean Thomas on MMA Today, Sandhagen discussed his upcoming fight against Umar Nurmagomedov and explained why he believes a victory on August 3rd in Abu Dhabi should earn him the next bantamweight title shot.
You win this fight against Umar, you think you get the title shot against O'Malley?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know how you could really deny me at this point. You know, like coming off of, I finished Song, I 5-0'd Cheeto, and then I 5-0'd Rob with like one arm, you know, with the torn tricep that happened in round 1. So if I go out and beat the guy who's like supposed to be the boogeyman, who by the way, I'm the boogeyman still of the division. If I can go out and beat the boogeyman that no one else wants to fight, that's an undefeated guy coming from one of the best teams in the world. I mean, that'll be a 4-fight win streak. And I've been in the top 5 for the last like 3-4 years of my career. And the only title shot I got was on a short notice one. So yeah, I think that it's got to be me next.
Colby Covington takes shots at media head Daniel Cormier. DC recently criticized Covington for his decision to not fight Ian Gary. Cormier believed that it wouldn't be a good look for Covington had he not accepted the fight because of how personal their feud got. Now, during an appearance on the Saucecast, Colby fired back at DC, calling him a media head and stating that Cormier was never a big star in the UFC.
Respond to what you think Daniel Cormier had to say that.
Yeah, you know, I love Daniel Cormier as well. You know, he's a friend of mine, but everybody knows he's a media head now, so he'll do anything to get some clickbait. And who's the easiest name in the UFC to get some clickbait off of? Oh, trash Colby Covington. Oh, say Colby Covington some mean things about him, and you'll get sympathy from the fans and from the media people because all the media is a bunch of liberal leftists anyways. So, you know, Daniel doesn't know what he's talking about. He's never been the A side, so he doesn't know what it's like to call his shots and wait for the right opportunity. So the biggest thing is I got to get healthy, and I'm not going to go rush out there on someone else's timeline. I'm on my own time, and the UFC knows that. I'm already a superstar, and I've made so much money. I don't need to fight ever again. So it's really on my time, and I'll fight when I'm ready to fight, when I'm healthy. And I want big fights. This kid's a nobody. He just got a split decision over the 12th ranked kid. I've been fighting world champion after world champion for the last 7 years straight. So why does this kid deserve to fight me? You know, he's literally the B side, and he thinks he calls the shots and is the A side. So, you know, I'm going to get healthy, and I'm going to look for the biggest and best fights possible, and, you know, we'll see what that happens.
Mike Perry and Jake Paul get into a heated exchange. While Paul and Perry won't meet in the ring until July 20th, the two have already engaged in a heated verbal clash. The exchange occurred during a shared video conference on the MMA Hour on Wednesday. Here's some clips.
Good to see you.
Private school Perry. Private school Perry.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, I've had a plan this whole time, and I know Mike Tyson says everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face, but I like getting punched in my face, so my plan is coming together quite nicely.
That's because you're a fucking idiot. What makes me good at fighting is I don't like getting punched in the face, and I practice not to. That's what I'm going to teach you in the sport of boxing, you little bitch.
And I won't get out of your face. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm in there all night long. You're going to get married to my fist.
I kind of like that. Get all up in there, bro. I do. Yes, I do, bro. I want to be married. I want to be entangled with you forever. I'll even hit you with a little reach around, brother, if you want that.
Jake Paul also took some shots at Conor McGregor, saying the Irishman has ruined his career and has lost his star power.
There's new sheriffs in town. He hasn't won a fight in, 6-7 years. I don't even know how long it's been. He's embarrassing himself. He's ruining his legacy with all the drugs and the way he looks online. He's lost his mind. He's a maniac. And like, at one point, Conor was great. Everyone loved Conor, but man, I feel bad for the guy now. And so you could say all these things about him, but he hasn't proven it. He hasn't backed anything up. And that's the way I look at it, is from the facts and the numbers.
Robert Whittaker shares his prediction for Adesanya vs. du Plessis. Speaking to media ahead of Saturday's clash with Ikram Aliskerov, Whittaker was asked about the recently announced fight between Adesanya and du Plessis. He responded saying that if DDP is able to put the pressure on Izzy the way that Strickland did, then he'll probably win this fight.
Honestly, you'd have to, I think Dricus fighting Sean displayed a level of pressure that he can put, which is, to stop a pressure fighter like Sean. I thought that was pretty impressive. He's tough and dogged in that effect. And then we saw Sean have a lot of success against Adesanya, pushing forward, pushing that pace, being in his face. So you'd have to, make the connections that's what Dricus is going to do to Adesanya. And, unless Adesanya's done something to counter that since the last time we crossed Sean's path, then it might be a long night.
Israel Adesanya shares advice to Michael Chandler after UFC 303's fight cancellation. During a recent video posted to his Freestyle Bender YouTube channel, Adesanya reacted to news of McGregor vs. Chandler getting cancelled and advised Chandler to take another fight in the meantime.
I think that fight's going to happen regardless, so Chandler should just take a fight, and that's even better for him, win or lose, because he'll still get more reps. Take a fight regardless. That Conor fight's always going to be there because they've both faced each other in tough beef, all that kind of stuff being sprinkled all over it. So yeah, that's always there, but just take another fight, I think. Yeah.
It's time for today's top memes. Third place was found over on Instagram and it was posted by Teep Muay Thai.
Two of his teammates ran and jumped over. So as he turned back, boom, I smacked him. He wobbled. And as I smacked him and rocked him, another one jumped in from over the back. He broke free from the security, ran at 100 miles an hour towards me. He threw a right hand. As he threw the right hand, I threw a left hand. Boom. And my left hand just landed flush down the pipe. The final blow of the night.
The second place meme was found over on Instagram and was posted by As Shopped As It Gets. And the top picked meme was found over on X and was posted by Paulo Costa. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.